Spinning. All right. Hi, everyone. It's Tarian from Blair's Digital, and we're so glad that you are here with us, be it on the live or the replay. Now, today we're talking about the key to success, consistent growth. Now, whether you're just starting or if you're scaling up, this journey is what sets thriving entrepreneurs apart. And we have one such guest on this evening. We have Tanisha, a Jamaican now residing in the US. Now, it's such a pleasure to have you on, Tanisha. Thank you so much. Let's start from
Thank
the
you for
beginning.
having me.
My pleasure. Now, let's start from the beginning. We want you to just introduce yourself briefly and then tell us your why for starting your own online business and why you chose this one specifically.
Thank you very much again for having me here. It's a pleasure that we can share to others to let them know that you will never be alone. You will be with an amazing family or community, whichever you feel comfortable to call it. So I am Tanisha. I'm originally from Jamaica. I am a mom of four amazing children, two grown up and two younger ones. And they're my biggest why. I move in the online space to see if I can do some catch up time that I would have missed out with the two older one. And I do this business alongside my daughter Teresha. She's not here with me at the moment. Yes, she's 20. She started this business like in her late 19. And trust me, she speak retirement more than anything else. Yes, and back to the question now. The reason why I start this online business and choose this specific one. I was working like tirelessly, like 24 hours per day, 7 days per week without a break. I wouldn't ask for a time off or anything like that because by doing that, I was still living from paycheck to paycheck. So it's like, after December, when you would go all out and you would spend out all that you had. And here comes the new year. And I was like, oh my God. And my two daughters, elder one was going to join me here in the US. So just imagine you want things to look good. So I go all out. And then them being here now, I know over time they would realize that I'm broke than they actually think. So I was trying to find a way to see if I can save the day and not allowing them to come and realize that America can be a very good place, but it can be a place where if you're not careful, you don't see what you were told. And so I didn't want them to have a bad feeling and wanted not to be here. So I was searching and I spent so many time on the phone and I always said to myself, if I could just figure out how to earn money, since as the least chance I get, I would go to my phone to find comfort or anything like that. And then I ran into an ad. I wasn't technologically savvy. So there's no way I was thinking that online business would be something that I would really want to do like that. But I wanted something else. So I ran into an ad with seven amazing lady, four from the African country and three from Jamaica. So I was curious, so I clicked on it. Because what they were saying, I could relate to each and every one of their stories, even though they were different, but they all fit my situation at the time. So I clicked on the ad, thinking that, okay, since I'm from Jamaica, they would know and they would send me to one of the Jamaican person there. Well, I wasn't sent to one of the Jamaican person. I was sent to my coach, and a very amazing coach, and I am happy that I was placed where God see it fit for me to be placed because I have no regret. So that's what caused me my desperation, wanting more, caused me to click on the ad. And then when I click on the ad, it asks me for my name and my email, and then they send me a webinar. When I watched the webinar, oh my God, I said, no, I need to learn more about this. And then I moved to the next step because it's a step by step process. You understand? And from then, from January of last year until now. The only regret I have is that I didn't found this business before.
Uh,
That's the only regret I have. Yes.
and that's something that I hear from a lot of persons, that the main regret they have, if any, is that they did not start earlier or found it earlier than they did. And you pointed out quite a few key things. You don't have to be tech savvy, right? And you have support. Support unlike any other. There are different layers to the support. You have a coach, you will have a mentor, right? You have the 24/7 tech support system and the community of like-minded individuals. As you pointed out earlier, you call them family, that's there to journey with you. Because guess what? Starting is one thing, and many of us have started many things and we just give up along the way, right? So I want to know from you, right? Because staying the course is something totally different. What helps you to stay consistent, especially when growth and all your expectations, right, feel so slow and uncertain?
Well, my why never change. I still need financial freedom. I still need time freedom. And I realize that this business is have the capability of giving me that. Cause now I was once testing it out, but now I have my own first-hand experience what it can do for me. Cause now I am earning like a monthly income from this business. I could almost call it my plan A.
Wow.
So it's like giving me result, much more result than my primary care job. But I love what I do. I love my online business. I love being a recovery assistant. I was a former teacher and I love all my jobs. You understand? But as
Yeah.
time change and you get older, you realize that your strength is not gonna allow you to go as hard. I may not. I have two adult children, so just do the maths. So I'm not getting younger, and I realize that from experience of being a teacher for so many years, and now I'm a recovery assistant for 4 years, I realize that they both require time. You have to be trading in your time for money, and the body is not as strong as before, so I am not able to go as hard as I was when I was younger. So I realized that every time I would feel like I don't I never feel like I don't want to go further with this business. I always know that sometime, yes, you may slow down because of life happen. You have sometimes some family issue. You have maybe sometime works are more hectic than the other. So some of the days like you have to fight. You have to push yourself to show up for your business, and I always take my business seriously. So in the same energy I put in my primary care job is the same energy I put in my online business, because this is what I own. You know, I am
Ah,
a recovery assistant. So if person don't get ill, then I don't have any case. If anything happens, so my job that I'm doing is very risky, so I can't build a legacy on that. You understand? But this now, I can build something for my children to inherit. I'm not teaching anymore, and my daughter is teacher in training, and I cannot pass my degree down to her. But if it was this business now, you know what? I could pass it down to her if I choose to retire. So you see the whole advantage here of having this business. It is
indeed.
something that you are creating, not only for yourself, but for your children.
With
So when
their
I think
legacy.
of that, yes, I'm not burned out. I just figure out how to reroute or how to get around whatever obstacle come in the way. But giving up is never a part of my journey. I love this
Awesome.
business too much.
Awesome. And you have made some very key points there. Yes, the same amount of time that you give to your job that you love, which we generally just put it as our 9 to 5, right? It's not yours. That job is not yours. And so you're really just left to the mercies of your employers, right? You said it for your specific job. If nobody gets sick, You really don't have a case. You have no work, right? For others, we realize that the scope of the business world is changing, right? And when the vision of the workplace that you're in changes, what happens? You are likely to be laid off and all of these things, right? But this business, it's your own, right? Now, many of us, we take a chance on our employers. Really, we trust in them and we go for the interview. And guess what? We have to learn so much when we're on the job. Why not start your own business? Not you have your job, Tanisha, I have mine, but we still have our business, right?
Mhm.
Because guess what? It can be your plan B, and who to tell? Eventually, your plan A. As you said, the strength not as it is in our bodies anymore, right? And so we kind of have to really rethink, how we do things. And the other key thing you pointed out, it's building generational wealth, the legacy for your children and their children, right? And that is what you can get from this business. So, so profound. All right. Now, you mentioned earlier not being tech savvy. And so you were just kind of wondering, how this online business would work. And this is something that we pride ourselves on with this business too, because it's for anyone. You just need to be willing to learn, you know? So take us back a little. How does the fact that you don't have to be tech savvy, right? But you just need to be willing to learn. How does this connect with you on your journey so far?
Well, one of the, I would say, the thing that I stress to person whenever they are making their inquiry about the business, I let them know you have to be coachable. That's the number one skill you need to have. You must be able to take instruction, like it doesn't matter what it is. So if you're able to take instruction, trust me, you will get there, because they have like video based training, and they have different session like webinars and daily Japanese Zoom. So many things for you to learn. Where person like leverage it in those different area, they would come and they would share, and then you will always have a replay if you're even live, so you can always go back. So all of that, all of what I am able to do now in the online space, I learned it through this business. I only thought when joining the business that it was just a financial gain, but now I realize that is like you get a more than a complete package,
Well
because
rounded.
the personal growth, is just so amazing. The different things that I learned to use. I learned to use Canva. I learned to use CapCut. I learned to use Chat GPT and all those. So there's so much Telepamper, all these things. I was saying the other day, like if I am going back to school now, I know I would get A plus, because they have with this
I like
knowledge
that.
that I receive from this business, I am way better than back then. And I was always an A plus student. So just imagine now, they would it'd have to be A plus plus. You understand? Because now you are getting so many information that you can use to empower yourself. Like you're becoming a better version of yourself every day, and you're being paid to do so. You're living your best life. So
Man.
you don't have to be tech savvy. Because if it had not been for my daughter and maybe my cousin, I don't know, and the loving community that we have, I don't know where would I be in this business, because I come in with zero knowledge.
Yeah.
I could maybe go check an email, but I didn't know how to add any email to any other email. So when you come on to tech savvy, let me tell you, this is where you should find yourself, because they will teach you everything you need to know. But you have to make yourself available and just willing to follow instruction. That's all you need to do. And that would be enough for you to succeed in this amazing business.
Awesome. Well said. Well said. And I see we have a few persons on. Just want to say welcome to all of you. Kate mentioned here that building generation wealth is so important and will impact generations. And definitely, definitely that will do it for sure. Now, you're hearing it firsthand, guys. Consistency is key. All right. But once you have that willingness to learn and to invest in yourself, remember, this is your own business. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. All right. And knowledge is power. So we want to wrap it up, Tanisha. And to wrap it up, what we want to ask is what would you say to someone watching the live or the replay who has not yet started an online business of their own, but is skeptical, is iffy about starting? What would you say to such person?
Well, I always say, and whenever I'm asked this question, I always let person know that if you're skeptical, this is the right thing for you to try to get yourself into, because all the information is given upfront. They don't keep back anything and then you have to pay first before you get the information. The information is given first, and as long as you go do your research. And skeptical person always, like all the skeptical person that I have, they perform very fast and they make my job way easier, my work way easier, because they will always go find out what next, what to do. They will go deep in the chain inside, than those who are comfortable. So the skeptical one, you can send it to us. Me and Mrs. Blair here, we would like you to be a part of our maze,
Definitely. We're willing to
because
have a conversation.
yes, because I know that you will go and you will investigate and set up your business quick, quick, quick. And that's what we want, because the quicker you set up your business is the quicker you will start earn from this business. So why you should choose this business is because it's a one-time investment. You're not expecting to come and invest this year and next year. You have to go and do the same. You put in your time and your energy, and like any other business, it will require building. So you build yourself, you build it how you want it. That's why you don't see it have the same name. Mine is TNT Digital, hers is the Blair. Um,
So,
Yes, so you name it what you want. You understand what I'm saying? So no one will force anything down your throat, nor try to allow you to feel like you're bounded. It is a free choice. And we really appreciate if person go through this step, like send us your name and your email. That's the first step. And then we will send you a webinar, the same one we watch. And then after watching it, you have any question, then you book your coaching call and you ask all those questions to the coach, and you will get all the answer. So you're in the known. You're not being tricked into anything. You understand? So you don't, and then guess what? We even added to a VIP group that we have, where you actually get to explore the business for 30 days. It's like I always said, with all that information, they still refund you your money back if you think that this is not something you want to do. And this business is not for everyone. It's
well,
for
that
those who are in a situation and they really want to get out. Situation like mine. When my mom passed away, I wasn't given the time off to go visit her, and I have to be, because I was trading time for money. I was looking at the money that I would lose if I just walk away. You
wow.
understand? And I didn't know that she would die so fast, because less than a month she passed after we learned of her sickness. So I was thinking, oh, if I work up some money, then I can pay for her sickness, then she would get to live. Not knowing that, oh my God, it was the last moment. So when I am doing my business, I do it with all my heart, because if I found this business back then, she would die in my arm. You understand? Because while I would be there nursing and taking care of her, the business would be working for you. So you don't have to be skeptical. And if you're skeptical, nothing is wrong with that either. But
Nation.
remember that it won't pay your bill. It won't make your retire come sooner. You understand? But what is, it worth the risk. Everything in life is risk. every single time. I always say the very chair we sit on here presenting when we are sitting is a risk. Who tell that the chair can manage your weight? You understand?
Yes,
You get out your house to go to work is a risk. A
yes,
matter of fact, if we should be true to ourselves, everything we do these days is online. Because since COVID, life has taken a paradigm shift. So it made no sense for you to be in where life was before that and expect that you're gonna exceed. You're holding back your own time. So you can give yourself
definitely.
that chance. You understand? You owe it, if not to yourself, as I said before, but to your children. A lot of us were end up in career path that we didn't want to go into because our parents couldn't afford to. Now we are given the opportunity to create that life for them. We owe it to them, guys. You understand? So
Sorry.
don't allow your skepticism to keep you away for too long. You're watching Miss Blair here, Mrs. Blair here, and you may be watching me for a long time. There's no way I could risk myself here if it was something that's not legit. You know, we do pay tax. We
Yep.
are real people. We do work. So don't think it's person that don't have anything to do and you're lazy and you're looking at easier way out. We're just trying to show that you need a backup plan. One source of income now cut it. It doesn't matter even if you're one or you're paired. You understand? So just give yourself that chance, man. Check us out.
Definitely.
The information will be given to you and you will know. Use it at your advantage.
Awesome. Awesome. Well said. Guys, there you have it. Being skeptical, that's okay. Because when you are, it causes you to seek the information. And all the information you need is readily available to you. This is a legitimate business solution. And yes, we do pay our taxes. All right. You have the support of the community, the training is there, and when it's unlocked for the life of the business, right? You can pause, you can rewind, you can watch it a million times. All right, it's up to you. And so for you guys who are out there, my question now is, what's really holding you back? Right, all the information you need is there. What's holding you back from starting your own online business? So, if you are ready to stop watching success and start creating your own success, then connect with us. Send us a message, visit us on our website, enter your name, your email address, and we'll give you all the information you need. And we are ready and waiting to have that conversation with you. All right, guys. So thank you so much again for being on with us, Tanisha. It's really my
Thank
pleasure.
you. I
Continued
appreciate.
success and growth in your business. And to all of you viewers who are on, thanks much for being here with us. Bless up yourself.
Thank
Until next
you.
time.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Bye, everyone.